Don't you turn against me.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
You're not with me, then you're my enemy.
You thunder against me!
You have done that yourself.
Release your anger. Only your hatred can destroy me.
Bring balance to the force, not leave it in darkness. You are the chosen one.
Hello and welcome to Who Shot First, a Star Wars controversy podcast. Your one-stop shop for all Star Wars controversies that have plagued the Star Wars universe.
I'm your host, Alex, and with me is our other host, Ethan.
And today we are going to be talking about the biggest controversy in the Star Wars universe, the Who Shot First. So just to give us a little background on this, we're going to be going out in it on both sides, giving new information. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to give information to Ethan. And Ethan is going to not know certain information. He might know some information. And he'll react to said information. So we'll see how that goes.
Yes, we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how this goes. But so to give a background for everybody and for even us, we're only going to talk about the 1997 fix. We're not going to go into all the other changes that he has done.
George Lucas
has changed. There are certain pieces that might be brought up about it, but the main focus is going to be on the 1997 changes.
Right.
Yeah. So
This is where the fun begins.
in 1977, George Lucas created one of the greatest movies of all time, Star Wars. Just Star Wars, no new name, just Star Wars, and then decided, and it was great. And there's a scene where Han Solo is in a cantina and is presented with a bounty hunter who is.
This is where we first are pretty much introduced to him too.
Yes, you're just introduced to him. That's seen earlier, and you're like, okay, he's a weird smuggler, interesting guy looking to take advantage of these guys. And then all of a sudden there's a bounty hunter there with a gun to him. And the guy, they have a conversation, and eventually a blaster shot is heard and smoke is seen. We don't actually, in the original version, we don't actually see who shoots, but it is implied that it is Han Solo. Then 1997 came around.
Yep.
And our wonderful George Lucas creator renamed the Star Wars movie. So it's now a Star Wars A New Hope, Episode 4. And then decided to change the way that scene played out. And so it is evident that Greedo shoots first in a not really well CGI'd version of that scene.
No.
But he expanded it. He expanded the scene so you can clearly see who shoots first, and it is seen as Greedo is shooting first.
Yes.
So, now we get to dive in.
I got a bad feeling about this.
First of all, Ethan, what is your opinion? Who shot first?
And
actually, even a bigger question, does it matter?
Oh, well, I mean, honestly, I think it matters. And I think that, Han Solo shot first. And I think, why it matters is because it just sort of gives so much character development without any sort of dialogue. It just shows, okay, here's this guy who's just, he's a scoundrel. He's not interested in talking or whatever. He's just, all right, I'm done with this guy and I don't have any remorse and I'm just moving on. And I think by implying or showing that Greedo shot first, you're basically diminishing his character almost, because by giving him, what am I trying to say, that basically okaying him, like making it okay that he shot him because he shot first. So Greedo shot first.
He did it in self-defense.
Yes, right. So it's self-defense.
Yeah.
So yes, I would say that it certainly matters.
Okay. So Now we get to dive into why Han Solo didn't shoot first. This is the official George Lucas. So we're gonna dive into both sides. So I get to give you a little. So
yeah,
you are on the it's good, or it's clearly Han Solo and it's important. We will get to that, but we're gonna start off with your opposite.
Okay.
George Lucas has stated that he has never intended Han Solo to be a cold-blooded murderer, is what he calls. He has claims it is the fans who misconstrued the scene in the first place. He expanded the shot in 1997 to demonstrate that it was indeed Greedo who shot first.
Yeah.
Here is his reasoning in his own words. Quoting George Lucas, Han Solo was going to marry Leia. And you look back and say, should he be a cold-blooded killer? Because I was thinking mythologically, should he be a cowboy? Should he be John Wayne? And I said, yeah, he should be John Wayne. And when you're John Wayne, you don't shoot people first. You let them have the first shot. It's a mythological reality that we hope our society pays attention to. So according to Lucas, Han Solo was always the good guy.
Right.
And was never really that drug-dealing rogue that many of the fans
smuggling
have thought there was.
Right. Or, yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
Well, I guess it's just two different sides then, right? Like, it's the creator telling you basically what it was supposed to be. So I guess it's hard to argue on one hand that because it's the person who created it and telling us this is what it was intended to be. But then you have the other side of the fans who want Han Solo to be so much more than perhaps George Lucas has intended him to be, or maybe that they wanted him to be, or the fans sort of took this character and loved him, and the idea that he's just like this like total bad, not giving of, is more appealing than somebody who's law abiding or acting in self-defense. I don't know. A
question I have for that though is, isn't a gun being held to you and being told that Han Solo does mention over my dead body, and then Greedo says, that's the idea. And that's when the shot is fired. And we're going to play the clip.
Una puta solo? Yes, Greedo. As a matter of fact, I was just going to see your boss. Tell Jabba that I've got his money. Song pichare. Imaratam titach makichisa. Jabba wa ninki koch babushani kaitani wanyaruska. Chaskinawi uchusu. Yeah, but this time I've got the money. Erichaya kulka inti kuning kusua. I don't have it with me. Tell Jabba. Even I get bored sometimes. Do you think I had a choice? Over my dead body. Yes, I bet you have. Sorry about the mess.
So he's basically threatening him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of tough, I'm sort of in that camp of I want him to just not, somebody's messing with him and he just takes him out. It doesn't matter if he's shot first or not. It just, I don't know. I don't know.
There you go. No, that's the point of this. But guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? More information.
Okay.
In an early script writing. This is where it brings you into the question of, is George Lucas, how honest is he being?
Oh.
Because the early script, I'm going to read the early script from you, and it starts off, so with the dialogue of, That's the idea, Solo. You will come outside with me, or must I finish it here? I don't think they'd like another killing in here, says Han. Greedo, they'd hardly notice. Get up. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I bet you have, says Han. And then this is just notes. Suddenly, the slimy alien disappears in a blinding flash of light. Han pulls his smoking gun from beneath the table as the other patrons look on in bemused amazement. But it'll take a lot more than the likes of you to finish me off. Han gets up and starts out of the cantina, flipping the bartender some coins as he leaves. Sorry for the mess.
Wow.
So in an early script,
yeah,
Han shoots first.
Wow, that's really interesting. So is it? So did George Lucas get pressure from outside sources to make this character less cold-blooded, or what? Like, because
that will be a discussion for our George Lucas episodes period. Because we are going to dive deep into the George Lucas man that is the episodes. But the only other argument that I've been able to find of why it's good, because I've scoured the internet and I've been unable to locate places that have said why it's a good thing other than George Lucas himself. But what I have been able to find is that there are a lot of newer fans who grew up with the 1997 edition that don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think it's a big deal, and they think the people that get mad are a little blowing things out of proportion.
Right, overreacting
to it. Yes.
Yeah.
So most fans are unhappy with it, but the people that are not unhappy with it are more indifferent to it than anything else.
Right.
Correct. And because the big argument, as you said earlier, is that it's his story arc. Those people say Han is still a smuggler. He's still ready to kill a bounty hunter without a second thought. He's still doing business with Jabba. He also still intends to leave the rebellion at Yavin 4 with his loot and not go back. So it's all set up to continue. That's the argument, that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Right.
Now, on to our wonderful segment on why it's bad.
Okay.
McClunky.
I have so much information on why it's bad.
Excellent. Lay it on me.
Okay. So, the controversy was caused when fans felt the added detail changed what they initially thought changed the character of Han Solo to a point where it altered the film. By altering the scene, it alters Solo's motivation throughout the film. One author states, if Han didn't start off motivated solely by self-interest, if he didn't start off as the kind of guy who had learned through hard experience to shoot first for survival, it wouldn't be so exciting and compelling to see him align himself with the side of righteousness. His heroism isn't about being the chosen one. It's about being an ordinary, flawed human being who chooses to join the good fight.
Yeah, that was very well said.
Yeah. That's basically what you were saying at the beginning.
Right. That's a much cleaner way of what I was trying to say.
Correct.
Yes.
This is a professional writer here, so yes.
Yes.
So yes, and so you can find that. That's an article that I'll post, but it's from MTV, and it's called "Why Is It Such an Issue If Han Shot First?"
Okay, cool.
Then next, another complaint is that it so changes the scene, but it changes also the whole film. Because it changes the nature of the film's violence from a situation where good people can and regularly do get shot and killed to one where extremely dangerous situations never kill the good guys and don't even need any kind of good reason why they didn't. So this is where the filming of George Lucas's remake come into play.
Yeah.
Because Greedo misses Han Solo point blank range.
Yeah, well,
it is point blank range, and he misses.
Well, isn't there a version where it's edited so it like looks like Han dodges it?
That is a
almost?
later edition. Yes, after
Yeah.
people were claiming that it's that how did he miss? George did re-edit it in a 2003, or I think that was the one right after Revenge of the Sith, where he decided, guess what? He moved his head. That's why he missed.
Just, but when you watch that clip, it's just so unnatural and like in the moment it just seems so impossible movement, you know, and for a dodge a laser blast.
So that's a bigger argument of this is a dangerous situation where the good guy has no chance of dying because he's point blank range. So that's the big argument, is that it's he's a good guy, or he's not necessarily at this point, he's not the good guy, but he's a main character and there's no real stakes. It removes the stakes from the film. Yeah. Is the big argument there. And to continue on that, in the same thing, Lucas's decision to change who shoots first eliminates the danger that the scene initially brings. With having just met this Han character a few minutes earlier, the audience has no idea what will happen to him. So we don't know if he could be shot in that scene, because if you have never seen the movie before. Yeah. Obviously, the change doesn't only fundamentally alter the dynamic of the scene, but the characters within. Greedo now appears as the most inept of hitmen, missing his target at only 3 feet. And Han now acts as if he needs more reason to shoot than having a gun aimed at him. Yeah. So he's been threatened, and he's got a gun gun pointed at him. While yes, that's why I will say, I haven't said it yet, I am very much of the Han shoots first fan. But to me, that's more of he shoots first because it's still in self-defense. Right. He's not getting shot at, and it makes him a little ruggeder of, yes, he's willing to shoot first. He's willing to, in order to protect himself, he will kill somebody without being shot at. Right. So no, the big and he knows. I mean, he knows Greedo. He's it's not like this. Probably going in, he realized that he was going to have to kill him no matter what, because he's had dealings with him before. So, to me, it would just if you were familiar with the threat, and you knew that the only way out was to shoot this guy. To me, it would only make sense just to shoot first if you're in that sort of that mindset of, okay, there's no way out, or if I go with this guy, I'm a dead man anyway. So to use real world analogy, there's real world law of stand your ground. So it is self-defense. But another great article, same one from MTV, but also just paints Greedo as like, what's the point of the Greedo character with this change? Oh. Because with the change in the film, Greedo is now a completely inept bounty hunter and is as bad as a stormtrooper. It takes an immense suspension of disbelief to accept an alien whose job it is to hunt down people for money. So he is a paid bounty hunter. Right. Can't shoot someone who is 3 feet in front of them. Anyone can do that with no experience with a weapon. Right. But because he has to make Han Solo the noble steed and the John Wayne. Yeah. Right. He has to make it that Han Solo shoots second. Yes. And that's just, and that's so disappointing that's what he felt like he needed to do for all the reasons we just talked about. But it's like, when you think about it more and you have all of that information, it just sort of aggravates me or agitates me even more, because it's like, a lot of this stuff didn't need to be changed and didn't need to be messed with. And it's just frustrating. And there lies the rub of being a Star Wars fan. Well, right. You can, there's Star Wars fans, and then there's, the diehards who,
just get frustrated or fed up and or never satisfied or wanted, or, I think and we'll dive into this stuff later, but, I think when it came to like the new trilogy, it just like some people just had like these visions of what they wanted, and when none of anything in their visions were met, they, were automatically disappointed and off put to the film. But talk about that later. Yeah.
We will. Oh, yes, we will. So, is there anything you would like to wrap up with us on our lovely topic of who shot first? Oh, I will bring up, according to Disney canon, Han Solo did shoot first now, due to the Solo movie.
Yeah.
With the Solo movie, Han shoots first.
Right. So
it is now in canon.
It's funny.
It is in Disney canon that Han Solo is capable of killing in cold blood, because that was more cold-blooded than what he did in A New Hope. Because there was no gun out yet.
That's an excellent point. I totally forgot about that part. He just kills him, and you think, I don't know, if you were Disney and you were going to make that, okay, so there he shot first. At that point, don't you have the control to go back and then just change it back to the original version? Like, you could cut out like all that, new stuff where he says what does he say? Greedo? What's the new line they give him?
Oh, the new line is McClunky.
Yeah, like
we're gonna go pretty deep into this in our next episode, actually, because our next episode will be on the 1997 re-releases.
Okay.
But yeah, from what I understand, Disney doesn't own the originals yet, or there is something there's something in the contract, and this is just my pure speculation. They have said they are not going to release the original yet, for a while at least. Right. Because and we'll dive into a little more in next week, but the J.J. Abrams legitimately asked for the originals to be released and has said in an interview that the powers that be tell me that is not possible at this time.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Also, the McClunky line was changed. This is, again, getting off topic, but the McClunky line was changed by George Lucas 5 years ago, and he was sitting on that, waiting for it to go to Disney Plus. He did not tell anybody that line was changed. And so when it went on to Disney Plus, that was a brand new change that he just put in there.
Wow. Is it just to get people talking again, or just
who knows?
I
will never know the inner workings of George Lucas's mind.
Yeah, right. Like, because I remember when that came out and people were talking about that sort of, again, reignited the whole scene about who shot first and stuff. So,
and there is no known reference of that word. We are for the people, the McClunky. The only connection that some people have is they think that Saboba says a similar word or says the word in Phantom Menace, and people think he's saying, "I will end you," but we don't know. Okay. We don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah, consult the Rhodian to English dictionary.
Yeah.
Oh man, what I would love if George Lucas would just come out and say, like, yeah, the only reason I put that in there was just to troll everybody, or just to mess with everybody. To me that would be just hilarious. That I sat on this just to mess with people later, but I doubt that would be the case, because that doesn't seem like him, but who knows?
Very much not him, yes.
Yeah. But
so thank you for joining us today. This is great talking to you, Ethan, and it's good getting this out. If you want to contact me or Ethan as well, but we have a show Twitter and a show email. Yeah. So if you would like to contact us, let us know about your thoughts on Who Shot First or any kind of other controversy in the Star Wars universe that you would like us to talk about. You can contact us through Twitter at Who Shot First Pod. That's Who Shot First Pod. And then you can find us on Google. The email, send us an email with Who Shot First SW Pod at gmail.com. That's Who Shot First SW Pod. And we'll get better as we continue to do this, everyone. So correct.
So
yes. No, we will get better. This is our first time diving into this. That's right. It'll be great. Next time we're going to talk about the 1997 re-releases.
As I talk.
So let's have fun with that. Thank you for listening. And never tell us the odds.
Never tell me the odds.
People are counting on us. The galaxy is counting on us. Solo, we'll figure it out. We'll use the Force. That's not how the Force works. Oh, really? You're cold?
I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
Don't you turn against me.
Before the dark time.
You underestimate my power!
You thunder against me!
You have done that yourself!
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Chancellor Palpatine is evil! From my point of view, the Jedi are evil!
Release your anger. Only your hatred can destroy me.
Bring balance to the Force! Not leave it in darkness!
You're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy. You are the chosen one!